So letter D is a crazy looking limit, but honestly it's not too bad. They're just really asking us to understand what a derivative is. We need to know what arctangent is, so we'll talk about that. Fortunately, your test will allow you to use a calculator, so an open note, so you can figure that out as well. Most of the time when you see these, they are going to be L'Hopital's, but remember, L'Hopital's only works when the bottom is going to be 0, or you have 0 over 0, so you got to be careful with that. This one, that's not going to happen. So let's go ahead and just plug in this limit, see what happens from there. So we have 10 to the 1 minus 3 times f prime of 1 over f of 1 minus arctan of 1. So 10 to the 1, super easy, that's 10. Minus 3 times f prime of 1. So f prime of 1 is the slope at 1. So we're going to look over here. What's the slope? So the rise over run is up 2 over 1 on this line. So our slope is 2. So we're going to have that this is 3 times 2. That's the kind of stuff you guys got to be ready to do. That's the kind of thing. It's not that bad. You just plug it in. Well, what is f prime of 1? If you're getting stopped there, that's the basics of day 1 of calculus. That means that f prime of 1 is the slope at 1. And you have a line, 8th grade math right there, slope of the line. So don't let that be the stuff that confuses you guys. What is f of 1? Now we're talking more like 7th grade. What is the function at 1? Well, when x is 1, our function is 1. Because that's the point right here. The input's 1, the output's 1. And so we're going to plug in a 1 for that one. Now here's where things get a little more difficult. And I understand if you're a little more confused here, but arctangent of 1, what in the world is that? Well, if you think about the unit circle, we're going to do a little bit of backward stuff here. When does tangent, and most of us know this one, when does tangent equal 1? Well, I'm picturing that time on the unit circle when you have square root of 2 over 2 over the square root of 2 over 2, which happens right here at pi over 4. And we're going to assume that we're going to go with the first one that occurs at, because it says x approaches 1 and 1 is right next to 0. So I'm guessing, because we know that this can happen at multiple points and it keeps going around and around. So we'll go with the first one, the easy one, pi over 4. And now it's just up to simplifying. So we have 10 minus 6 over, let's just get a common denominator, 4 over 4 minus pi over 4. And that's going to be 4 over 4 minus pi over 4. And remember, this is 4 over 1. So we'll have 4 over 1 times 4 over 4 minus pi. And our final answer will be 16 over 4 minus pi.